Mr. Minister, do you reckon Norway can continue to attract E&P companies to search for and produce oil and gas in spite of the high operating costs in this country during these times of low oil prices?
Well, I think the industry globally actually needs to address the fact that costs, not only in the Norwegian Continental Shelf, but everywhere, we're developing towards the level that really isn't sustainable. I do see a strong effort from the oil companies being present on the Norwegian Continental Shelf together with the very competitive Norwegian supply and service industry in actually achieving both short-term gains when it comes to cash flow, but also to develop sustainable improvements on the cost level that will be of great benefit for the companies, but also, of course, for Norway in the decades ahead.
And what would you reckon Norway needs to do better in order to remain relevant as an energy exporter and producer?
I think, of course, to maintain the relationship with our gas customers is of great importance. We do spend a lot of time on meeting our European friends and colleagues. And of course, I think I have to go back to the answer to my first question. I think it's really about making sure that we get cost levels down to a sustainable level, and I really see good progress on that for the time being.
Okay, and any thoughts on the recent awards in the 23rd licensing round, and in particular the blocks near the Russian median line in the Barents Sea?
Yeah, of course, they are. The alignment agreement with Russia in 2011 made it possible for us to open new acreage. I'm very happy that a lot of companies have seen that acreage as very promising. I'm looking very much forward to the first exploration wells that probably will be drilled already next year. And yeah, and also the other resources in the Barents Sea, some of them already fairly large discoveries. The Johan Castberg field development with approximately 600 million barrels of oil is, of course, really promising. And that is also a project that really reflects very well the effort in the industry to bring down costs. A few years ago, they were working on a project with a break-even of 85, or cost per barrel of approximately $85. Today, the project looks at close to $40 a barrel. So, yeah, really interesting development in the high north.
Right, and if there were to be a discovery up near the Russian median line on some of those blocks that are right up against Russian waters, have there been discussions with your Russian colleagues in advance of how such a discovery might be developed and unitization and whatnot, or what's been the advance progress on that front?
No, that was a part of the alignment agreement in 2011. Unitization process will be very similar to the unitization agreement we have been using with our British friends and colleagues for decades already. So that has, of course, been addressed as a part of the alignment agreement.
There have been some renewed cries that Statoil is far too dominant a player on the Norwegian continental shelf. How do you see these claims?
No, I'm very glad that Statoil pushes projects, has the technical and the financial capability to keep pushing projects on the Norwegian continental shelf. We see that, of course, these are challenging times for the supply and service industry, and debate, you have to expect to have some debate on around these issues. I'm very glad that Statoil keeps pushing projects both in the north, Castberg, for instance, but also in our more mature regions in further south.
Indeed, but how would Norway then seek more balance in insofar as the players on the continental shelf that are active, attracting more oil and gas companies to search for and develop oil and gas?
No, I'm very happy about the development. Of course, we would like to see some of the IOCs stronger committed to continue developing the resources on the Norwegian continental shelves. Some of the IOCs are still here and committed to develop our resources. But then I would look at the European companies like Lien Petroleum, which have really established themselves on the Norwegian Continental Shelf. It's going to be an important player in the years ahead. You see the merger between the Norske and BP in Norway, leading to the new company Aker BP, which is going to be a significant player, challenging and competing with Statoil and the IOCs in the years ahead.
Will 2017 be a better year for the oil and gas industry in Norway than 2016?
I think it's really important to maintain a long-term perspective. Very much so when it comes to politics, but also for the industry. In the long term, oil prices will have to develop to a level significantly higher than the level we have seen in the months we have behind us. But to predict very precisely on the next year's oil price, Norwegian government do that twice a year when the budgets are put forward.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.